Hey folks, how you doing? Hello again, hello. Nice to see you all, nice to be with you all. Time to show another stack of wax here. And I'm going to start off by saying I'm glad we are approaching the end of summer, the end of August. Now going into the fall very soon, and you know, it's been a good summer. There's been a lot of fun things this summer for me, but it's also been a hard-working summer. And I'm beat, guys, and I'm like ready to enjoy the fall weather. And it'd be nice to go outside and have the temperature be a lot cooler. That'd be a welcome sight for me. Anyway, but that's besides the point. Time to show, like I said, a little stack of wax there. And let's get started. This first record I have been on the hunt for quite a few years, and last weekend was my time to finally track it down, and I'm so happy I did. It's Michael Jackson's Dangerous. I have been after this record since I joined the VC, and yeah, I could get it online very easily, and that probably would have been the smart thing to do, but I wanted to find it somewhere in a store. It was just that important to me. I don't know why, it's stupid, but I did. And last weekend, I finally tracked it down. I was so stunned. And look at that cover. That is a really, really interesting cover. So much detail, so much going on there. When I got this record, brought it home and started spinning it, I just dove into this album cover and looked at all the detail and all the artwork. And man, I was just blown away by it. Anyway, besides the cool album cover, it is a really enjoyable album to listen to. I don't know if it's Michael Jackson's best, probably not, but some good songs on this album. And also some songs that I had forgotten about, like Give In To Me, Will You Be There. Those were some great songs that I just forgot about. I mean, of course, Black and White and Do You Remember the Time, Jam is on here. Some good songs on here, but you know, like I said, a few forgotten songs. It's a 2-record set. This is not the best copy probably owned. One record had the original insert, the other one did not, so I had to provide this. And there's a lot of wear on this cover, as you can see. There's a little bit of ring wear. And it looks like it's seen some action. It definitely looks like it's seen some action. But with that said, you know, the albums were very clean, and there were no skips. And very little surface noise. So I was grateful for that. Cover, probably not the best condition, but hey, I'm lucky to have a copy, period, in my collection. And like I said, I've been after this record for a long time, and to finally track it down was a fun day, I'll tell you that. I came home and listened to the entire album, and from start to finish, both records, I had a great time listening to this album. And I think I've spun this 3 times since I bought it, and just great record. So anyway, Michael Jackson Dangerous, finally in my greedy little hands. This was really cool. This is a Japanese copy of Van Halen's second album, and there's the Obi strip there, as you can see. Really, really nice, fine. I love Van Halen. Pretty much grew up a Van Halen fan ever since high school, when I really cared about rock music, I guess. And so really glad that this one was brought into the collection. I'll hand it to the Japanese. They make wonderful pressings of these albums. And this is the VC, I don't have to tell you guys that. Here's the record. And it's on the Warner Brothers label. I have a used copy of this already in my collection on vinyl that I thought sounded really good. Then I put this on, and it is a huge upgrade over my used copy that I bought a couple years ago. It just sounds so much better. They really do print these on quality vinyl, virgin vinyl, and it's just amazing. And of course it came with the original album insert with all the artwork. So there we go. That was a nice little touch. And a lyric sheet. So there we go. Lyric sheet is in English, backside all Japanese. So good luck reading that, at least with me anyway. But it's nice to have those little things there. Like I said, big upgrade in sound. This one sounds a lot better than my old used copy. I gotta be honest with you. It does sound a lot better. These Japanese pressings of these classic albums. If you ever find them in the record store and you don't mind paying the extra buck for them, oh man, they are really nice to have in your collection. I don't have a lot. I'm no Robert Z over here, but I have a few, and the few that I have, I absolutely love. I think I have a Duran Duran one, I have a Dokken one, I have a Genesis one, and now I have a Van Halen Japanese pressing with the Obi. So really nice. Really glad I put this in the collection. Okay, in the background, as you can tell, we're listening to Fleetwood Mac. Always love this band. Who doesn't? But the only Fleetwood Mac that I ever heard was the era with Buckingham and Nicks in it. Fleetwood Mac did exist before those two joined the band, and I've been seeing their records a lot in VC and on the VC Facebook page, and it kind of got me curious just to try them out and see what I think of Fleetwood Mac before Buckingham and Stevie Nicks joined the band. So I bought a couple of records from that era. The first one up is Mystery to Me. I've always seen this one in the record store. Like I said, I've seen people show it. So I thought, yeah, why not? Let's give it a shot. There's the gatefold picture. Really cool. And I gotta say, this is a killer album. This is just exactly a killer album. All killer, no filler. Just absolutely beautiful album. And I really enjoyed this album a lot. Side 2, I was really digging into. Pretty much every song on it. Just damn good music. I mean, I can't really say one song's better than the other because the whole damn thing was good. Emerald Eyes, oh man, Believe Me. From side 1, they were just amazing. Like I said, all of side 2 was great. I had a blast listening to this. I think I've spun it 2-3 times already. And I keep discovering things I like about it that I might have missed on the first listen. Excellent album. So really glad that I went after it because it is a really fun listen. I should have did it a lot sooner. The next Fleetwood Mac record, Bare Trees. Another one I've seen a lot in the record store, but didn't really know anything on it. And wasn't sure if I would like it, so I always passed on it. Shame on me, because this is another absolutely awesome record. I got the label the wrong side there, but reprise, however you want to say it. This is another good album. I think I like Mystery to Me a little bit better than this one, but this is still a good album, don't get me wrong. Maybe I just need to listen to it more. I only listened to this album in its entirety one time, Bare Trees, but I did like what I heard, and I think I just need to hear it more. And Child of Mine, The Ghost, the song Bare Trees, Sentimental Lady. There's some good songs on here, so I enjoyed this. So Fleetwood Mac, pre-Buckingham and Nicks, these were two good albums to score, so really glad I did that. Alright, a couple of videos ago, I showed an Aerosmith record, Night in the Ruts, I think it was called. That was a record my sister got me from a garage sale. She surprised me with a bunch of records from a garage sale, and all the records she found were in good condition considering they were garage sale records. They were in very good condition, actually. So I listened to the Aerosmith record. I only listened to side 1 of it. I haven't listened to side 2 yet, but what I heard, I really, really liked. It really caught my surprise by how much I was into it. So I thought, yeah, it's 70s Aerosmith. Maybe I should have listened to it more and kept a more open mind. So I found this one on my last vinyl dig. It is Aerosmith's Toys in the Attic. Everybody knows this one, like Walk This Way. It has Sweet Emotions. And just like Night in the Ruts, I really love this album as well. Just that 70s Aerosmith sound. I mean, I'm sure they were full of themselves with egos and snorting half a Peru and drinking and screwing everything that moved. It might have been a pain in the ass to be around back in that era, but they did write some good albums, I'll give them that. And this was a fun listen, so really glad that I finally brought this in the collection. It's about damn time. I mean, I gotta admit, I think what turns me off about Aerosmith is Steven Tyler. He really seems to get on my nerves for some reason. He's an ass, I guess. And Joe Perry also seems to rub me the wrong way, and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way about the band. But if you put those annoying personalities out of the way and just listen to the music with an open mind, you'll get some enjoyment out of the records, and that's kind of what I've been doing. And yeah, I'm glad I finally just came to it with an open mind. Enjoy these albums, really do. All right, a best of collection, because I've never seen this in the store before, so why not? From Level 42, what's the title there? Level Best, collection of their greatest hits from Level 42. A really great band from the 80s. Absolutely spectacular. Running in the Family, Something About You, Lessons in Love, Take Care of Yourself, The Chinese Way. Some good stuff in here. And I spun this one and really enjoyed it. This is a gold stamp promo. Pretty cool. And it is on Polydor. So there we go, Polydor Records. They were one of my favorite bands from the 80s. Underrated, because they're really good musicians. And they were a tight band as hell. And really enjoyed their album, especially their debut album. Good Lord, that's good. And this was real fun to listen to. It's kind of a little bit of everything on one album, so really cool. Okay, a few videos ago, a thrift store finds video, I picked up an album from the band Slave. It was kind of like a blind purchase. Never heard anything from them, but I heard my brother talking about them a lot, said I would like it. Slave ended up being kind of a funk band, actually, but really good album. So I went and bought another. Since I enjoyed the first Slave album I got at the thrift store, I went and vinyl digged and found this one. This is called Slaves, Visions of the Light. I haven't listened to this one yet, but I can't wait. Look at that old school picture there. Nice, nice. The last Slave album I had was such a cool funk record that that I just really had to get this one, and just I wanted to discover more about the band and couldn't wait. It's on was it Cotillion? Yeah, Cotillion record label. So there you go. Really cool. Yeah, that first Slave record I got was such an awesome funk album. Like a late 70s, early 80s funk album. It just sounded cool as hell. And I really dig this cover here. I think this is a pretty cool cover because I'm from this era and I remember this type of artwork. It just reminds me of being 11 or 12 years old. So pretty cool artwork. So album from Slave. This next one, saw a few people show it on the VC Facebook, and it just kind of got me curious, so I thought I'd just buy it and check it out for my own self. Jefferson Starship, and this is Red Octopus, and with the nice shiny gold lettering that just shines in the light, makes it look so cool. Woohoo! Anyway, and there's a cool band photo on the back cover. Very cool. And as you can see on the hype sticker, it features the hit single Miracles. I had forgotten all about that song to the point where I forgot Jefferson Starship actually did that song. I've heard it a lot on rock radio, and I forgot that was a Jefferson Starship song, to be honest with you. When I played it, like, oh yeah, I remember this song. I forgot it was Jefferson Starship. It's on the Grunt label. a label I've never even heard of, but this is actually a pretty decent album. I wouldn't say every song's a winner on it, but I enjoyed about 80% of this record, so it's going to get a lot of spins in my collection. Many nights in the music room, I'm sure I'll put this on. You know, the thing about the song Miracles is one of the members here, the founding members, Marty Balin, I think his name is, because I'm not really the biggest fan where I know everything about this band. Yeah, Marty Balin, and it's this guy here on the side chilling out. Of course, he was this guy right here. He was one of the original members of the band, and I think when the band rose to some fame and popularity, he felt the band was losing a lot of the magic, so he kind of bailed out and quit and pursued other interests. And this is the album where he returned to the fold, returned to the band, and wrote the song Miracles, and does a lot of the singing on that song. And I saw an interview with him, and he said, you know, Miracles was a pretty big hit single back in, I think this was like 74, 75, whatever. And he said when they would announce it on the radio, they say this is Jefferson Starship featuring Grace Slick, and it's their new song called Miracles, and they wouldn't even mention his name anywhere. And it's almost like he was being forgotten about, even though he was a founding member, and he was a member of the band, and he did write the song, but everybody, because Grace Slick is the front person that everyone remembers, I just assume she came up with every idea. And I think he was just getting sick of it. I think he might have left right after this album, or maybe the album after. But I remember seeing an interview with him saying that, and you could just see the frustration in his face when he said that, you know, everybody just thinks of Grace Slick and his name never gets mentioned in magazines and radio. I think it was just really bugging him. But anyway, that's just a story I associate with this album. Good record. It's going to get a lot of spins. Really loved it. So, Red Octopus, Jefferson Starship. Next up is a live record from 10cc. It just says 10cc in concert. And it just looked interesting to me. I found this for a couple bucks and thought I'd just jump all over it. There's a little bio written about the band. The only thing it doesn't tell me is where this is recorded from. So I don't know, you know, there's no venue, no city or anything, no year this was recorded. I have no idea when this recording took place. Really good live versions of Things We Do for Love and I'm Not in Love, which are really the only songs I'm strongly familiar with from 10cc. It was a decent it's a decent live recording actually, so I did enjoy it. Really, they're one of those classic bands that I just gotta listen to more, and to get more familiar with the band is the label. I'm not really sure. What was the name of the label? It just says Pick Quick presents Contour and 10cc Live. I only have one of their albums because I really love that song, I'm Not in Love. It's a really cool song. Ever since I heard that song used in the film Guardians of the Galaxy, they play it right at the beginning of the movie. I tracked the song down, and so I really wasn't that familiar with 10cc when I started listening to them. I have one album by them. It's the one that features the song I'm Not in Love. I found this for only a couple of bucks, and I thought, what the heck, I like them. Just a band I gotta listen to more of to get used to their other songs, which are kind of out there. You figure me being a progressive rock listener, that wouldn't throw me such a curve, but it still does. Alright, this is just a blast from the past. It makes me smile when I see this. It's just a debut album from Winger. Not exactly a classic album or a must-have in anyone's collection, but if you're as old as you remember when this came out in, I believe, 88 or 89? No, 88. I saw this band in concert when this album was like really, really, really popular. And opening for Winger, I saw them in a little town called Manteca. We had a water slide park in Manteca, which is now closed. But in this water slide park, there was a small amphitheater, and in the summertime they threw concerts. And one particular summer, and it had to be the summer of '88, I believe, or '89. I can't remember the year, honestly. It had to be '88. Winger came to Manteca, and opening for Winger was Mr. Big. Back then, I did not like Winger because the songs that I heard were Mandolin, and 17, and Headed for a Heartbreak. And I always associated with they were like a chicks band. And when I saw Mr. Big, their first album just came out, and Addicted to That Rush was being played every now and then on Headbangers Ball. Mr. Big was more my kind of band, so me and my friend went to go to the Winger concert to see Mr. Big because they were the opening act. And we were like, I guess we'll hang around for a while at Winger, and if we get sick of it, we'll just leave. Well, what I didn't realize is Reb Beach is an awesome guitar player. And Rod Morenstein is the drummer. He's an amazing drummer. He used to play with the Dixie Dregs. I don't know what the hell he was doing in Winger. But I had to make that connection back then. And when Winger hit the stage, I wanted to hate them because they were like a chicks band to me. Only chicks liked Winger. And they were a kick-ass live band. They sounded badass live. And all these songs on this album really sounded fucking good live. They really surprised me. And there was a lot of chicks there. There was like 10 hot chicks to every guy at that show. So that was fun. So I bought it just to reminisce. The one time I saw Winger and they really impressed me. It brings back a lot of fun memories of seeing them back in the summer of the late 80s. Oh, that was so fun. Good times, good times. So that's the only reason I put it in the collection. And we're going to end on a 12-inch single from the Rolling Stones for the song Undercover of the Night. I remember this song from the 80s. I remember watching the video on MTV and really, really digging it. I'm not a big Stones fan. I do have some Stones records back there. I think I got maybe, for not being a Stones fan, I got like about 5 or 6 Stones albums. And for not being a big fan of them. And I think I only listened to 2 of them. And that's it. And even that's every now and then. Here's the label, of course. It's the remix of the song, or as they put it, as they refer to it, the extended cheeky mix. And this was just a promo only, not for sale. As we can see here, not for sale. And it's a song that I really liked. I don't know if I liked it enough to buy the album that it came on, and then again, I never heard that record, so who knows, maybe I might like it. But I remember watching the video on MTV and thought it was a cool video back in the day. And thought the song was pretty cool. And this remix actually is pretty fun to listen to. So, really cool, rare Rolling Stones 12-inch single. Alright folks, that's it. That is the stack of wax for this video. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you all had a good summer. I know I bitch about summer a lot because I can't stand the heat. But summer nights, I gotta admit, are really relaxing and really, really pleasant. I will miss that part of summer, and the summer mornings are refreshing too. It's just the daytime, the afternoons, the early evenings, they're a little uncomfortable. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. Please leave me some comments so we can chat with each other. That's the whole point. Getting to know each other, exchanging comments. Always fun. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. See you guys next video. Later, folks.